Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we are going to be doing products of binomials, trinomials, and also fractions. So let's begin with the multiplication of a binomial by a binomial. For those who don't know what a binomial is basically an expression that has two terms. What do I mean by that? So let me write on the screen. See this x plus y. This, guys, is what is known as a binomial since it has two terms in it, x plus y. X and y are your two terms. So this is what is known as a binomial. So what I'll be showing you is how to multiply both. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be a plus b. I'm going to show you how to multiply binomial by a binomial. Firstly. Okay, so let's begin. The first rule of multiplying a binomial by a binomial is that in the first bracket, this x here should multiply everything in the second bracket, meaning this x here should multiply the a and the x should also multiply the b. Same goes for the y. The y should also multiply everything in the other bracket, meaning this y should multiply a here and y must multiply the b. Okay, guys, so let's do it practically. Let me write it out. Now x multiplied by a, that will bring us to xa, plus x multiplied by b will bring us to xb. Now we're going to the y. Y multiplied by a will give us ya. Then y multiplied by a b will bring us a yb. Sorry guys that my x's look funny. I'll try my best in future to write proper x's. Okay, so this is how we do it, guys. You multiply the x by the a, you get xa. You multiply the x by a b, you get xb. Then you also multiply this y by the a, you get ya, and also multiply the y by a b to get yb. So this is how you multiply a binomial by a binomial. So let me use an actual equation because there's another concept I want to introduce. So let's say we have x plus 1 here, and then we have x, let's say, minus 2. Okay, so remember, the first x is gonna multiply everything in the second bracket, meaning this x will multiply the x there, and it will also multiply the negative 2. Then this one is gonna multiply the x there, then also multiply the negative 2. Okay, so your x multiplied by x, that will bring us x squared, then x multiplied by negative 2, not just 2, minus 2. Okay, that will bring us to minus 2x. Okay, then this one will multiply the x, will get a positive x, since it's positive 1 multiplied by a positive x. Then the positive 1 multiplied by the negative 2, you are going to get negative 2. Okay, guys, so now the expression has been simplified, but not fully yet, since you have like terms, it being the second and the third term. So what are like terms, to those who don't understand? A like term basically are terms that have the same variable, meaning here between the second and between this term and this term, the common variable here is x. This x squared, they do not have a like term, so we'll not add it or subtract it from anyone, and so does this too. But this x, which is 1x, is showing a common variable with this minus 2x, which is x. Okay, guys, so what we will do now is we'll bring down the x squared, then you'll see minus 2 plus 1x, which will bring us to minus x. Then you'll drop down the negative 2. Then now this expression is considered simplified fully. Okay, guys, hope you understand this concept. If you did not understand, try rewatching it again in order for you to grasp this concept, as it is a very important concept to grasp. since you apply it throughout the whole throughout your maths. So let's move on to the second one. What's the second business of the day? Is that I'm going to show you how to multiply a binomial by a trinomial. Okay, so what is a trinomial? A trinomial is basically an expression that has three terms: a plus b plus c. Since this expression here has three terms, it is considered a trinomial. So how do you simplify this, or how do you multiply this? The same concept as above. This x should multiply everything in the second bracket, meaning it should multiply the a, should multiply the b, it should also multiply the c. Same goes for y. Y should multiply this a here, it should multiply the b, it also should multiply the c. Okay, let's put it into writing. So this x multiplied by a will bring us to xa. Then this x multiplied the b will bring us to xb. Then this this x multiplied the c will bring us to xc. Now we're coming to y. Now that we're done with x, since x multiplied everything in the other bracket, we come to y. Y multiplied by a, it's plus ya. Y multiplied the b, it's plus yb. Then y multiplied the c will bring us to yc. Okay guys, so now this is considered simplified. Okay, we have simplified this. So let me put more practicality by introducing an expression that has numbers in it. Okay, let me write it down. Let's say we have something like, okay, let's use x plus 4 into x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so what are we going to do here? This x is going to multiply everything in the second bracket. Okay, so it's going to be x multiplied by x squared, which will bring us to x cubed, x to the power 3. Then x multiplied by positive 2x will bring us to 2x squared. Okay, then this x also multiplies the negative 3 at the end, which will bring us to negative 3x. Now we move over to 4. 4 also multiplies everything in the second bracket. So this 4 here is going to multiply the x squared, which will bring us to 4x squared. Then this 4 is going to multiply the 2, which will bring us to plus 8x. I don't know why it doesn't look 8x. Then this 4 is also going to multiply the negative 3 at the end, which will bring us to negative 12. Okay, so now that we're done, we are going to identify our like terms. Remember what a like term is? It's those terms that share the same variable. So in this case, we have 2 squared, which is a like term, with 4x squared. Then we also have negative 3x, which is a like term with positive 8x. Then these two, x cubed and 12, they have no like terms. So we're gonna drop it as it is. It's gonna be x cubed. Then we're gonna take the positive 2 and then add it, the positive 2x squared, then add it to the positive 4x squared, which will bring us to a positive 6x squared. Okay, then we're going to take the negative 3x, then add it or subtract it from the 8x, since this 3 is negative. So we're going to say negative 3 plus 8x, which will bring us to a positive 5x. Then we're going to drop the negative 12 as it is. So therefore, guys, this is considered simplified fully. Okay, Hope you're still with me. Hope you still understand. Okay, so now let's move over to fractions. Sorry about that. So let's move over to fractions. So with fractions, I'm gonna do a simple example first on how you multiply fraction or add them. So here we have 3 over 4. Let's start with multiplication. 3 over 4 multiplied by 4 over 7. So in this case, what do you do? Step by step, I'm gonna draw a long division line. You're gonna multiply the 3 by the 4. You will multiply the numerators, then you'll also multiply the denominators in this case. So we're also gonna multiply the 4 and the 7. So 3 multiplied by 4, it's 12 over 4 multiplied by 7, which is 28. Okay, then you can simplify it further by saying this is equals to 4 over, so it's 4 over, okay, what's 4 divided by 28? Quickly, 7. Okay, this is how you're gonna leave it out. This is your final answer. Okay, now let's try to apply the same concept using a variable or 2 variables. Okay, so here we're gonna have, let's say we have 2 over x multiplied by 3 over y. Why not? So here we're gonna apply the same principle as before. What do I mean by that? So we're gonna go here, gonna draw the long division line, then you're gonna multiply the denominators. You multiply them. Okay, yeah, it's x multiplied by y, it's xy. Then you're also gonna multiply the numerators. Then your answer should be 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6 over xy. So that is how you multiply fractions including variables. Let me do a third example to make sure that you're still with me. Let's use 1 over x plus y and multiply it by 2 over x. So how are we going to multiply this? How are we going to simplify this? Same thing, you're going to draw the long division line, then you're going to multiply the 1 above, you're going to multiply the numerators, multiply the 1 and the 2, then you're also going to multiply the denominators, which is x plus y multiplied by your x. Okay guys, so you're going to multiply the 1 and the 2, you are going to get 2 over, you multiply this together, meaning this x should multiply everything in this bracket. So we're going to have x multiplied by x, which is going to be x squared, then x multiplied by the y is going to be plus xy. Okay, so guys, this is how you multiply your fractions including variables. I'm still gonna I'll further explain it during the examples we'll do later in the video. Okay, so let's move on to how you add and subtract fractions. Okay, same thing as we did above. We're gonna start with numbers. So let's start. Okay, let me use the same numbers for the sake of the example. So I'm gonna use 3 over 4 plus 4 over 7. So how are we going to simplify this? Remember, we're not just going to multiply, or we're not just going to add the numerator and the denominator. Oh, sorry, the numerators and also the denominators. What we are going to do in this case is we're going to find the lowest common denominators. To avoid any confusions, we're just going to take the denominators as they are and multiply them. So we're going to say 4 multiplied by the 7, and that will be known as our LCD, our lowest common denominator in this case. Then from the numerators, what we're going to do is we're going to take this denominator, divide it by the 4, let me write the division. You take the denominator, you divide it by the 4, then you multiply. After dividing, you multiply by the numerator. So remember guys, the LCD, you divide it with the denominator, then you multiply with the numerator. Okay, so this LCD divided by this denominator is gonna be 4. Will take the 4, so we're gonna remain with 7. So the 7 will multiply the 3 above, which will bring us to 21. Plus, we do the same thing for this term here. We're gonna divide the LCD with the denominator here, so it's gonna be 4 multiplied by 7 divided by 7. The 7 is gonna cancel this one here, then we're gonna be left with 4. Then the 4 will multiply the 4 above, which will bring us to 28. Okay guys, hope you're still with me. Then you'll add the numerators above, so it's 21 plus 28. It's going to bring us to 49 over, then you'll multiply the denominators, which will be 28. 4 multiplied by 7 is 28, since it can be simplified further. So this will be your answer. Then you can punch in your calculators to get it in the simplest form. So this is how you add fractions. So let's use an example. That has variables in it. Okay, so for this one, since the first example we added, we're going to subtract here. So it's going to be 2 minus x minus 3 over y. So same concept as above, same concept as to your left. We're gonna look for our lowest common denominators, whereby you just multiply your denominators basically. So you're gonna multiply your x and your y. Okay, then after multiplying the denominators, you are gonna take the LCD, divide it to that denominator, then multiply by the numerator. So this x, y is gonna divide the x here, which means that the x will take the x, then you'll remain with y. Then the y you multiply by 2, you are gonna get 2y. Okay, then same thing to that term. You take the sign, the negative, you don't lose it, take the negative, then this LCD you divide it by the denominator here, whereby y will take the y, you'll remain with x, then that x you will multiply it to the 3 above, you will get negative 3x. Okay, then from here you'll simply write it this way. You'll drop down the numerators as they are and just say x, y. Okay guys, so this is how you apply this step by step. Every time you're gonna look for an LCD, don't try to complicate your life. Just multiply the denominators together. Even if you don't just give the final answer, just separate them by brackets, then do the second step as explained. Then you'll simplify everything during your third or fourth step. But the second step, you just identify your denominators, then you use that LCD to find your correct numerators. Then on your third step or fourth step, that's when you're going to simplify everything. You're going to multiply your denominators here to simplify it further. Okay guys, so let's apply it one more time. Okay, so we're going to use same thing. It's 1 over x plus y minus 2 over x. Okay, so here, same concept guys, same concept. Do not lose this, because this concept you apply it throughout your whole maths. So now we're going to use the x plus y and the x. Remember the denominators. To get your LCD, you simply multiply this denominator with this one, you get this. Then from here you divide, then you multiply. Okay, just look at your left in order to understand what I'm going to do here. So you divide, then you multiply. Okay, let me write this, then you multiply. Okay, so it's x plus y multiplied by x. You divide this whole LCD with the denominator here, this x plus y when you divide them, they're going to cancel. Let me write it down here. X plus y, so that it's clear, divided by x plus y. This will cancel this, then you'll remain with x. Then that x you will multiply by the one above, which will bring you to x. Okay, you do the same thing on your left. You take the whole LCD, you divide it by the x here, you divide, then you multiply by the 2 above. So this x plus y multiplied by x divided by this x is going to take this x, then you're going to be remaining with x plus y. Then this x plus y is going to multiply the 2. So meaning in this case, this 2 should multiply everything, should multiply the entire x plus y. Okay, guys? So from here, what are we going to do? We're going to say x minus 2x minus 2y. Okay? Excuse me. Then over, then you can multiply these now. We're going to be left with x squared plus xy. Okay? Then now, on the numerator, we have like terms, which is x and minus 2x. So we're going to simply add those. So it's positive x minus 2x. It's going to bring us to your negative x minus 2y. Then we're going to drop the denominator as it is, x squared plus xy. Then you're done. That is how you add or subtract fractions. So now I'm going to do a couple of examples. If you still want to stick around and understand, you can do so. Okay, let me write the first example. Okay, let me say it's examples on everything that I taught on this video. So the first one, I'm going to use the x, we're going to multiply their binomials. So in this example, remember what I said, this x multiplies everything here, then this 4 also multiplies everything there. Okay, so we're going to have x squared, this x multiplied by this is x squared, then this x multiplied by the negative 1, it's going to be minus x. Then we're going to take the 4 here, the positive 4, we multiply it by the positive x here, we're going to get positive 4x. Then we take the 4 and multiply it by the negative 1. It's going to bring us to negative 4. Okay, then simply going to say x squared, we have like terms, minus x plus 4x, so we add them together, so it's plus 4, it's 4 minus 1, so it's going to bring us to positive 3x. Okay, then we'll drop the negative 4 as it is, and that is how we solve for this. Okay guys, so if you get this in your exam, it's easy, 2 marks. You just apply everything that I taught you on how to multiply binomials, then you'll be fine. Okay, let me move on to the second example. Yeah, we're gonna do it one last time so that you guys are with me. So in this case, we're gonna have 2x plus 7 multiplied by x plus 2. Okay, same concept. This 2x is going to multiply everything in this bracket, and then this 7 is going to multiply everything in that bracket. Okay, so it's going to be, we're going to have 2x multiplied by x, that's going to be 2x squared, and this 2x multiplied by the positive 2 that side, it's going to give us 4x. We move on to 7 multiplied by x, it's going to bring us 7x. Then positive 7 multiplied by the 2, it's going to give us 14. Okay, then we have your like terms, you collect them, so you're going to have 2x squared, then it's 4 plus 7, it's 11x plus 14. Okay, that is how you solve these equations. Okay guys, now let's move over to the third example. If you did not understand the previous two, try listening it again, or go to the start of the video where I explain it slowly and properly. Okay, so now we're gonna do this example. We're gonna have, okay, sorry about that, we're gonna have x plus 2, then we're gonna multiply it into x squared minus x plus 3. Okay, so same concept guys, same concept. This x is gonna multiply everything in that bracket. Okay, so we're gonna have x cubed. Since it's x multiplied by x squared, it's gonna bring us to x cubed. Then x multiplied the negative x there, it's gonna give us minus x squared. Then this x, you multiply it by the 3, it's gonna give us positive 3x. Then this 2 multiplies everything there, there, and there. Okay guys, so let's do it. So it's gonna be plus 2x squared, then it's gonna be minus 2x, then it's plus 6. I think I may have done this example, it looks very familiar. So if I did it twice, then lucky for you guys. So we're gonna drop down the x cube. Then remember, we collect our like terms, which is this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, remember guys, like terms are those terms that share the same variable. Okay, so you're gonna take the negative x squared and this positive x squared. So if you add them together, you're gonna get positive x squared. Since this one is a negative, guys, so it's 2 minus 1. It's 2x squared minus x squared, so it's x squared. So then we're also going to take this one. It's 3x, positive 3x minus 2x, where we're going to get minus, oh sorry, it's plus x. Okay, then we're going to drop that 6 as it is. Now you've simplified it fully. Okay, so let's do it one more time to see that you guys have got hold of the topic that I was teaching today. So you're gonna have 2y plus 3, then you're gonna have 7y squared minus 6y minus 8. Okay, don't let these numbers scare you guys. The concept, the principle remains the same. This 2y is going to multiply everything in that bracket. Then this 3 is going to multiply everything there. Okay, so let's do it. This 2y is going to multiply the 7y squared, so which will bring us to 14y cubed. Okay, then this 2y is going to multiply the negative 6y, which is going to bring me to negative 12y squared. Okay guys, then this this positive 2y is going to multiply the negative 8 there at the end, which is going to bring me to negative 16y. Then we do the same thing here. I'm running out of space. We're doing the same thing here. The 3y multiplied by the 7y squared, it's going to be plus 21y squared. Then the 3 multiplied this, it's going to be minus 18y. Then this 3 multiplied the 8 there is going to be minus 24. Because remember guys, negative multiplied by a positive is negative. Okay, then you're going to collect your like terms. Your like terms being this one, this one, this one, and also this one. Okay, so we're going to drop this as it is. So it's going to be 14y cubed. Then your minus 12y plus 21 is going to bring us to, okay, what's 21 minus 12? It's going to bring us to positive 9y squared. Okay, then this negative 16 and minus 18 is going to give us 34 and negative 34. Since their signs are the same, you just simply add them. Okay, then we're going to drop the minus 24 as it is. Then abracadabra, that's how you solve it. It doesn't matter what they bring to you. Even if they put 34 in front of a variable, you're just gonna apply the same principle that I've taught you here. Okay, everything in the first bracket must multiply everything in the second bracket, then you'll be fine. Do everything step by step. Don't forget to add or subtract your like terms, then simplify everything to its simplest form, then you'll be fine. Okay guys, so now let's move over to the last 3 examples where I'll be showing you fractions. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna start by multiplying. So I think this is the 5th example, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna have 2x over x minus 6. Then we're gonna multiply it by 5 over 2x plus 2. Okay, so you're gonna draw your long division line. You're simply gonna multiply the numerators and also the denominators, since this is a product that you're looking for. So we're gonna have 2x multiplied by 5. Then here we're gonna have x minus 6 multiplied by 2x plus 2. Okay, then from your numerator you simply multiply the 2x by the 5, which will bring us to 10x. Then you divide, then you're going to apply the multiplication of binomials. So this x multiplied by that is going to give us 2x squared. This x multiplied, that 2 there, is going to give us plus 2x. Then this negative 6 multiplied by the positive 2x is going to give us minus 12x. Remember guys, we multiply this term, we also take its sign. It has a negative sign. Okay, so it's minus 6 multiplied by the 2x is minus 12x. Then it's minus 6 multiplied by the positive 2, which will bring us to a negative 12. Okay, but you're not done yet. We have like terms here, so we are going to collect them. So we're going to drop down the 10x as it is. Then we're going to have 2x squared minus 10x. Since it's different signs, you simply subtract them, then take the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so it's 10x, then it's minus 12. Then you're done. That is how it is simplified. Okay guys, so that's how you multiply. So now I'm going to show you how you would add in this instant. So we're going to take the same expression, but instead of a multiplication, we're going to put an addition sign. Okay, so we're going to take the 2x as it is, put a division line there. So it's x minus 6 plus 5 into 2x plus 2. Okay, I'm putting this side by side so that you know how to do it when there's a multiplication sign and also when there is a plus or a subtraction sign. Okay, so in this case we're going to look for an LCD. LCD, it's simple. You just multiply your denominators here, so you drop them down. It's going to be x minus 6 2x plus 2. Okay, then remember this LCD, you divide it by this, then you multiply it by the 2. Okay, don't forget that. So we're gonna take this. Okay, let me write it here quickly. So this is gonna divide the x minus 6, so this will take this, then you will remain with 2x plus 2. Then this 2x here is going to multiply with this entirely, so you're going to drop down the 2x, which is going to multiply everything there. Okay, then don't forget the sign, bring positive 5, then you open another bracket, then we do the same thing here. Okay, this okay, be sure to follow me, guys. This is very important. It's very important. So this LCD is gonna divide the denominator, then multiply the numerator, as I've written here. So it's gonna divide the 2x plus 2. So this will take this, then you'll be remaining with your x minus 6. Then your x minus 6 is gonna multiply the 5 there. So as I'm gonna write it down like this, so you're gonna have something like this. Okay, then from here, okay, let me continue. Then you're simply gonna simplify the numerators, so you're gonna multiply the 2x by everything there, then the 5x, everything there. Okay, so it's 2x multiplied by 2x, you're gonna have 4x squared, then 2x multiplied by positive 2, you're gonna have positive 4x. Then we're gonna take the positive 5, multiply it by the x, you get positive 5x. Then the positive 5, you're gonna multiply it by the negative 6, you're gonna get what's the answer? It's minus 30. Okay, then all over, then you FOIL this. Yeah, you use the method that I taught you above or earlier in the video. So it's x multiplied by 2x squared. X multiplied by 2x, it's 2x squared. Then this x will multiply the 2 there, it's plus 2x. Okay, then this negative 6, this negative 6, you multiply it by the positive 2 here, it's gonna bring you to minus 12x. Then this negative 6, you multiply it by the 2, it's gonna bring you to minus 12. Okay, so remember, we're gonna identify our like terms. So in the numerator, you start by the numerator, it's 4x and 5x. Then on the denominator, it's 2x and 12x, negative 12x. Remember, guys, like terms are those terms that share the same variable. Okay, I'm gonna emphasize this over and over again. They share the same variable. Okay, so now we're gonna have 4x squared. This 4x and 5x, since the signs are the same, you simply add them. You're gonna have positive 9x minus 30 all over, same thing here, we're gonna drop the 2x squared, then you add this. Since the signs are different, you subtract. Take the sign of the biggest number, which is negative, then it's 12 minus 2, it's 10x minus 12. Then that is how you're going to solve for such equations. You see that these guys are very different. Even though we have the same terms but different signs, the answers are also vastly different. Okay, so let me do one last example to understand what I did on number 6. So last example. Okay, let me not be far off. Okay, last example, number 7. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it simple here, I hope. So it's 5 over x plus 3. Let's use minus this time. Minus 3 over 2 minus x. Okay, so remember, guys, when there's a addition or a subtraction sign, you're going to look for the lowest common denominator. So in this case, it's going to be x plus 3 to minus x. Remember, guys, we find the LCD by multiplying both the denominators. Okay, so we multiply the denominators, excuse me, Then we apply the same rule. You divide, then you multiply. You divide, then you multiply. You do the same thing here. You divide, then you multiply. Divide, then from there you multiply. Okay, so I'm gonna do it step by step. I'm gonna do it here. So the LCD for the first term, the LCD is gonna divide that numerator x plus 3. So this will cancel this. This is what you'll have remaining. Then that you're going, and then 2 minus x, sorry, you will multiply it to the 5. So you're gonna say 5 to 2 minus x. Okay, then it's minus 3. This 3 here, it's minus 3. Then you do the same thing for this side. So this is first term. So for the second term, you do the same thing. Take the LCD as it is. Remember guys, second step, we don't simplify the denominator. We use the denominator to find the numerator on the second step. So we're gonna take this and then divide it by 2 minus x. This is the second term. Then this will cancel this. Then we're gonna be left with x plus 3. So that's what you're gonna have. Sorry guys, I have a cold, so I'm finding it a little bit difficult to record here. So third step, that's when you simplify everything here. So you multiply, you're gonna have 10 minus 5x minus 3x minus 9. Okay, this minus 3 is gonna multiply the x, which will bring us to minus 3x. Then this minus 3 is also going to multiply the negative, this negative 3. This negative 3 here is also multiply this x and also multiply the positive 3 there, which should bring us to a negative 9. Since negative multiplied by a positive is negative. Okay, same goes here. Positive multiplied by a positive is going to bring us a positive 10. Then a positive multiplied a negative x is going to bring us to a negative 5. Okay, so this is what we have for the numerator. Then put in this division line. Then you simplify this. Also, you're going to use the principles. X multiplied by 2, it's 2x. X multiplied by minus x, it's minus x squared. Then this 3 multiplied by the 2 is going to give us 6. Then this positive 3 multiplied by the negative x is going to bring us to a negative 3x. Okay, so now we're gonna identify our like terms. So here we have them, then we also have them here. Okay, yeah. So 10 minus 9 is equals to 1. So we're going to put 1. Then it's minus 5x minus 3x. The signs are the same, so you simply add the numbers, which is going to bring me to a negative 8x all over 2x and 3x. It's going to be minus x. Okay, it's minus x. Then it's minus x squared plus 6. Okay, so from here we're gonna rearrange it or simplify it. So we're gonna have, so here we can take out the negative as a common factor. So I'm gonna be factorizing. Oh, you know what guys, let me not confuse you. You can also leave it like this, okay, because they will just say simplify it. Since I haven't taught you how to factorize that, which will be since I haven't taught you how to factorize, that will be on the next video. Let me somehow just do it here. So we're gonna take out negative as a common factor. Then we're gonna be left with minus 1 here plus 8x. Sorry guys, So remember guys, so when you factorize, whatever common factor you take out, when you multiply it, it must bring you back to the original expression. So if I multiply this negative by this -1, it's going to bring me +1. Then if I multiply this negative by a positive 8x, it's going to bring me to a negative 8x. So this is what I've done. Then here I'm also going to take out negative as a common factor. Then I'm going to have positive x plus x squared minus 6. Okay. Then in this case, these negatives are simply going to cancel each other. Then I'll arrange this. It's going to be 8x minus 1 over x squared plus x minus 6. Remember guys, this -1 here, they're going to cancel each other out. So that's why it's no longer a negative expression. Then we're going to be left with this and this. So here on this last step, I just simply rearranged them. Okay. Anyways guys, thank you for tuning in. This is it for the video. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below on topics that you would like for me to do in the future. Okay. And remember guys, I'm doing grade 10, grade 11 and grade 12 mathematics. Okay. And also remember to study hard, keep pushing, practice hard. Everything is gonna work out. Then as always, peace.